How did you maintain a startup, especially a startup in I mean, authors don't have loads of money, right? So how do you maintain a startup that caters towards creative people?
Writers might not have a lot of money, but I think people generally are interested in investing in creative projects. So for us, it's writers, but anyone who wants to take photos might buy a camera, spend money on that, might buy an instrument if they like music. We like, as humans, a lot of us like to express ourselves creatively, and so we're ready to invest in that. There's often people make a connection between how much money you can make publishing versus how much money you're investing. But I think the priority is like, let's create something great. And then because that's a cool achievement, that's a cool personal achievement, just a great thing to do on a daily basis. Then whether you're writing with a commercial goal, it's a different story. You don't necessarily buy a camera because you want to sell prints.
And how did you maintain the startup, or how did you maintain the business throughout this decade? I'm
Yeah,
sure it wasn't always
so
easy.
so like I think we've been pretty lucky, but we raised a little bit of money in the beginning, and then fairly quickly things worked out quite well, and we weren't forced to raise more capital and to raise a lot of money. And I'm not even sure Rizzi would have been compatible with that model anyway. But so at some point we became profitable, and it allowed us to just keep growing organically without chasing unicorns or that kind of stuff. And the nice thing about it is that like as founders it's given us a lot of like freedom to just go out and try new things while building an audience, and a growing audience of people who would support us and would be willing and keen to try new products we'd create. And then it created a lot of freedom for our employees as well, because obviously when you raise a lot of money, there's not just pressure on the founders, but that pressure goes straight to the employees at the end of the day. And so we grew in a very organic way. We're only a team of 50, which is not that many, after 10 years.
Hmm.
And the number of people have been with us for 8 years already. So so yeah. So I think like the healthy growth that we've had has worked quite well for us, essentially.